And shining quite bright, especially for the home team, Sports Club Villa. They've had nothing short of a dream first half. The second half gets underway right here at the Mutesa 2 Stadium. The name is Jermaine Agesa, John Viana and Simbe here with me. And NEC has their neck pressed against the guillotine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things that they will look back on following that first half is that their defending has looked really, really poor. You feel that they were always second best each time that they were called on to try and put pressure on Villa. Because you look at that run made by Kakande and you could see again the defending was wretched. They should have kept him out before even getting close to the penalty area. Then the free kick again, lazy defending again coming from the goalkeeper and also the defenders. And then the own goal by Achire. You let the ball get onto your right boot, yet you're left-footed, and yet he had all the time to put the ball on the left foot.
Angelo Sempigi brought on as Sports Club Villa have another chance, squaring the ball, almost a chance here, but still won't count. Ivan Bogere quite nearly turning 3-4. Well, Sports Club Villa sends blood in the water and are out for the kill. Brilliant run once again from the young lads up front here. Uma Lutalo this time turning provider once again. Unfortunately, no one effective enough to finish this one off.
Well, I can tell you that from the kind of performance that Uma Lutalo has showcased this evening, I don't think he's going to be deployed back as a left back because it seems to show the coach that he can actually do the job of creating the chances, because you can see he has already scored one, but every time that he has been on the ball, his touches have looked good. While for this next side, still defending, like I said at the beginning, they seem to be at 6s and 7s. They just can't seem to press or even keep their shape to lock out Villa.
Well, Sports Club Villa now looking to stretch them on the wings as the second half gets instantly underway. Very encouraging signs here from the Jogos. Kenneth Sebakula curls the ball back. Nice touch here. This is a good play coming in from Peter Onzima. Lutalo back here for Kakande. Back to Lutalo. Could be a good opportunity. Looking for the cross. Ooh. Well, that's the ability in bags that Uma Lutalo possesses. This young man is an absolute wizard.
Yeah, he's got some real talent there, and you can see that even his weaker right foot has posed a bit of a threat there to this next side. But now you can see the kind of confidence that Villa is playing with. From the time they took that 3-goal half-time lead, they've come back in the second half looking like a team that is really, really buoyed by that result, and they are really going for the kill again.
Well, they get on to another opportunity. It doesn't look like the 15 minutes have been enough for NEC to recover their wits about them. The first few minutes to look at anything to go by, they still look like they're shell-shocked and in utter bewilderment. Picking the ball up, through pass here, looking for Marvin, tries to seek a teammate. The ball is quickly picked up here by Sports Club Villa. Arnold Udong, goal scorer, plays it out onto the wing. Now trying to get Ivan Bo getting into the play. Nice space up, but that's a very heavy pass there from Semugerwa. Needs to do better. Semugerwa needs to get a little more intense on that ball as a cross comes in here for NEC. But the ball is headed away, and a chance to break through, but the ball is intercepted. Now switching lanes, Elvis Ngonde fooling the marker. Ngonde in possession of the ball, shows too much, but still manages to thread the through pass. It's a race, and the goalkeeper picks it outside the line. It's a free kick. It's turning from bad to worse. Emmanuel Mesaga will be pleased with what he sees as his team here in cruise control. It's a yellow card for Samson Kiria.
Well, I can tell you, Jermaine, that if a goalkeeper does this, and it just tells you that clearly he's got his bearings wrong, but he's also not in the game. Clearly, Samson Chiria, that is pathetic goalkeeping. The fact that you can make such a mistake at this level.
And he looks at it, and I think at the back of his mind he's wondering how all of a sudden the line that was supposed to be in front of him just went behind him. Yellow card for Samson Kiria. A free kick for Sports Club Villa. Momentum in the Jogos' sails. Despair creeping up for NEC. Free kick. This will be Ivan Bogere. He might attempt to go about it on his own. That's exactly what he does, and it doesn't yield dividends.
Yeah, of course, I thought that was a bit of selfish play there, trying to go for glory. I thought he should have just set up that ball for his teammates, the taller guys like Odong. don't think that angle is really the kind of favorable one for Ivan Bulgaria. I don't even remember him for being the kind of player who scores free kicks from such an angle. Maybe centrally, I've seen him do a couple of times while he was at Pro Line. It's been a while. I thought that opportunity should have been given to his teammates that were in the middle. Just float the ball there and give this next side some trouble containing with it, like he did in the goal that was scored by Arnold.
Ball brought through. Norman battling with that. Now it lies centrally, and a good shot for Data. Trying to get the ball on Mugalu. Data trying to squeeze it in, but quickly intercepted. Good play from Gavin Chizito-Mugweri to launch a long ball up front here. And Bulgaria, as always, a cat among the pigeons. Quick to use his speed to come to his rescue. The ball goes to the hands of Samson Kilia. Now launches a long ball up front. Looking for support from John Paul Akide. NEC trying to engage a forward gear. Rashid Okocha, one of those players who is absolutely deflated by the turn of events in here. Nonetheless, still attempt to try and put in a decent shift, so it's a free kick here.
And you can see that clearly NEC are trying to get back into this game, but Villa is not allowing them that time. Just looking at the pressure that is being piled on at each time NEC have the ball. And I think that's credit to Villa in ensuring that they deny them any inch of space, but also any hope.
Chance squeezed out onto the wing. Data with a good cross. That could be a problem. Shot over the bar. Decent. Still not quite. Still not exactly on bearing. But that should be an encouraging sign as NEC are finally beginning to find their fangs. For Hussein Mbalango, that temper was found ages ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that he feels that if they can keep putting pressure on Villa, then maybe once the first goal goes in, then it can, put Villa a bit under the pressure. I also don't think that that was good goalkeeping from Norman Agunfindru, because you can't keep punching balls into the pathway of players that are getting into your penalty area. You need to punch the ball far and wide, away from danger. But this is, I think, the third time in this game where he has punched the ball and somehow it has ended up at the feet of and very close at his goal area. So just think that as a goalkeeper, he needs to get his bearings right. But also you think that NEC will be sensing that maybe if they can try and put him under a lot more pressure, then they can exploit that bit of weakness in him.
Well, there's a foul here, whistle blown.
Actually, it was an offside by Onzima. The Villa fans don't seem to have
agreed there.
Yeah, I think at this point they really want to see their team score a lot more goals, especially when you consider that they've got that -1 goal difference right now. Now it has improved with the 3 goals now that they have scored. Probably we now have a +2.
Picking it in. Data, Mugalu, crossing. And once again, another chance, but this time Angufindru gets the ball. Well, Sports Club Villa need to work out. Gavin Chizito-Mugweri is now going to have to be tasked with preventing those crosses. That's the 3rd time in quick succession that we see crosses from his wing, and lacking on the other end. That is Kenneth Semakula is constantly found wanting with Simon Peter Onzima.
Well, I just don't think that Lutalo did a good job there in supporting Gavin Chizito. I, for one, feel he should have pressed to ensure that Data doesn't deliver the cross in as he did.
Once again onto that wing, and Chizito-Mugweri again found walkers about. Another cross. It looks like that's the instruction now from the coach. Press the offensive spirit of Gavin Chizito-Mugweri. He's constantly moving forward. Keep going at that wing, you'll find space to cross.
Well, I think one of the things that now they're trying to exploit is that Gavin Chizito-Mugweri is not a left back, so he will definitely struggle in a position that is not customarily his. And what happens is that he finds himself drawn into what you'd call that the inside side of the field near his penalty area. And instead, what happens is that once the NEC players come in numbers, they just play the ball on the far side where he isn't, and there's space for Data to deliver the cross as he just did a short while ago in succession.
Well, some instructions here being issued by Dusan, and he's definitely making it pretty clear he needs them to move the ball from the goal area, keep it grounded, and get it forward. In the meantime, another substitution set to come through. It looks like NEC will be making another change to their lineup here in hopes that it might inspire them, probably get themselves back into this game.
Well, I think that they need that. They need somebody to inspire them.
Makula earlier on there, getting a bit of touch in here. And now back to the defense. Hold up here, very good, coming in from Ronald Ogenga. Ogenga into the center for Mukalu. Alan turns on his marker. Alan Mukalu skips away from another marker. Alan under pressure here, and that will definitely be a foul. Well, there's going to be need to have a little bit of clean play for Missy Diego Semugera. Keeps making some of those untidy tackles in not very good positions, and it might be probably his only shortcoming in his gameplay.
Well, he could end up getting himself booked. Now you can see the tempo being heightened here, coming in now from this next side. Clearly they want to get back into this game. Desperately, it looks.
It looks like it's going to be Sulaiman Sesazi that will come in to take the place of Shamir Chimwero, who comes off, as well as Cromwell Rothomio Abang. Formerly URA, formerly Vipers Sports Club, had a very acrimonious departure from the St. Mary's Stadium in Chitende, and starts off a new lease of life here at NEC Football Club. He takes the place of Joseph Data.
But I think that it's clear that what he did, Rothomio, was that he wanted to get to a side where he probably will get more playing time, and maybe NEC will give him that, so that will also help lift his confidence and spirit. But now, you know, the interesting thing is that the role he's being deployed in is as a forward, a wing forward on the right side. Now that's also going to test him, because I just don't think that he's a player that will be comfortable playing outside the penalty area, like something that he has done now for much of his career in the top flight.
Also big questions if he can finally break his duck against Sports Club Villa. He has never scored against Sports Club Villa. That's something that the Jogos will be anxious to make sure it continues.
Yeah, of course, keeping him quiet will be key, but we know that Cromwell Rothomio, if he gets the chances, he's the kind of player that can actually bury them.
Well, this position of the ball there from Elvis Ngonde allows NEC Football Club to get back into play. Tough blocking, Ngonde picking up the ball, now gets into the rebound, and now spaced up onto the wing. Here comes Owor. David Owor plays the ball, 1-2, looking for Uma Lutalo. Back to Owor, a chance coming up here as Simon Peter Onzima powers forward. The cross is woeful, to say the least.
Yeah, he could have done a lot better, Peter Onzima, but you could see the rush to his head, and all he was thinking about was to deliver it as hard as possible and as high as possible, but without any sense of precision.
Now trying to jostle for that ball. That's a hard challenge from Brian Kayanja. The referee says well within the laws of the game. And Hussein Mbalangu seems to be in disagreement there. And eventually handing the ball to his team, NEC Football Club. Get the game underway. Trying to break away from this defense. It's keeping a very tight leash on the attackers. Ball goes out at the expense of another throw in. Well, they turn up in numbers. Interesting that Sergeant Brian took a seat there. Are we seeing shades of his affiliation?
In the green
with another
of course, yeah, exactly.
Ball floated in, box area, confusion, but eventually Norman manages to pick the ball. Goes to the ground, and the referee might have repercussions here. Protests in earnest from Rashid Okocha, protesting the innocence of his teammate. Norman is on the ground and seems to be in a world of pain, and the captain, Kenneth Semakula, seems to believe that there was an injustice meted against his teammate.
Yeah.
He came through, adjusting for that ball.
Yeah, but I feel that Okocha had the right to go for the ball, and I don't think there was much in it, apart from maybe the two bodies colliding. I didn't see that there was anything that was heinous that Rashid Okocha did there.
Kenneth Semakula continues to call the referee, but in the meantime, for the fans, well, there's a lot more renewed vigor there among them as they continue to cheer, chant, sing. It's a jovial mood. It's a much better look on them than we saw at the beginning of the game. Now this speaks of conviction. This speaks of the ability to carry the word pedigree around this pitch.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what a goal does for any team. Once a team gets the goals, then somehow it lifts the spirits of the fans, but also boosts the confidence of the team itself.
This was the gentleman who many had thought would be the CEO of Sports Club Villa, formerly at Express.
For some time.
Was there for barely 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Well, Isaac Mwesigwa. I wonder whether he's just coming just for the interest of the game or he's planning his next move.
Hard to tell, but a free kick awarded here. 1 hour of action. Still Sports Club Villa 3, NEC Football Club 0. No goals to talk about as far as UPDF and Wakiso Giants are concerned. That one still locked in a deadlock.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a bit of a disappointment, I'm sure, for the fans who came in numbers to come and watch that game. Wakiso Giants, even last season, I thought that was a game that gave them a bit of a hard time, although they eventually won it 1-0. It was a very tricky game for them against UPDF, but we know UPDF, when they're at home, they really give everything that they've got.
Well, next up on the menu will be that watering clash, or mouth-watering clash, all the way from Paridi Stadium, as Arua Hill will host the FUFA Super 8 champions in Bull Football Club. That will be coming your way 3 p.m. on Sunday, need I say, right here on Sanyuka Prime, as well as on MBS Sport.
Yeah, it should be an entertaining game. It should be a game that really puts a bit of answers to whether Arua Hill will be able to challenge and compete this season, because it's going to be their second home game and they have not won a game this season.
Chance footed in here, looked like a decent opportunity for someone to pounce for NEC. No one allowed to the possibility as the ball is played away. Slipping it in. Nice pickup. Counter-attack is on here for the team. Sports Club Villa. Well ostracized here. Once again, Villa getting onto possession. Ivan Bogere having quite a bit of a problem with a lot of attention that is afforded to him by that back line of NEC Football Club. Good play coming in from Sulaiman Sesazi, who has just been brought through. He's keeping a beady eye on him, as well as Ronaldo Genga Owinyi. Now into the midfield. Sesazi. It's actually Tembo who was keeping the marking on him. And now Onzima powers forward once again. Tries to dribble, gets trapped in his own feet. Well,
I think one of the things that both these teams will need to work on is movement of the ball, passing and all that. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Clearly, the two teams are not showing up as we probably would like to see them. A lot of work they really need to put in, because you don't see them really stringing, say, 5 passes together.
The chance comes up, shot coming in, ball blocked away.
Good goalkeeping there by Angufindru Norman, because that was a good opportunity for Rashid Okocha. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he still just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
As the ball is brought through.
That was a very good chance for next side, and you can only imagine what it would have done for them getting at least a goal back in this game with about 20 or so minutes left on the clock, 27. Now they're trying to control the game, and good play there. Again, pass is still lacking, and I think that's one thing that NEC, that's good pressing also coming in from Villa, trying to ensure that they do not allow NEC to continue their flow.
Well, the ball goes out here, 64 minutes. NEC need to make sure that they keep all frustrations aside and try to carry on with the game plan that the coach has delivered. It's a nice cross. He's whipped in. Now flicked away. Who's available? Nice pickup. That is Rashid Okocha! Almost delivering a good one. Well, Norman realizes the danger they were in right there. confusion between the defense and the goalkeeping. You have to say NEC is inching closer and closer to getting that opening goal.
Well, I think it's a bit of a miscommunication because Odong went for the ball, the goalkeeper came out, and neither of them got to touch the ball.
Ball brushed in, and the goalkeeper is on the line to deny the opportunity. Once again, NEC, right place, right time. The goods just not delivered yet.
Yeah, you can see that NEC are coming closer and closer. The thing is that they're still lacking that precision. And for as long as the game continues like this, you feel that probably they'll get more frustrated. They only have to avoid conceding another goal.
Ball delivered in. Looking for a way to pass this one on. Nice twist, nice turn. Picked up now by Kenneth Semakula. Passed away. Now a nice break here from Onzima. This time manages to pick up a chance and cuts the ball in. Bogere! And it's a save! Unbelievable! Samson Kiria denies Bogere. Sports Club Villa doing everything absolutely right. That opportunity ought to have been for Simon Peter Onzima, this time mastering his speed and getting the better of his opponent, twinning him one way, then turning him the other. Delivers the ball. Bogere, right place, beautiful shot. How did Kiria save that?
Well, I don't see. I think it was just a deflection off somebody, but because I don't think that Kiria got attached to it. Probably came off a defender, but again, you can see a bit of lazy defending coming in now from this next side. They don't press the ball at all.
Corner delivered, not pinpoint. Bogere will now attempt to get past his marker. That's a foul. Oh, that's an interesting one where the referee will choose for it to go. Looks like chooses in favor of NEC Football Club. Starting it off very quickly. Kavuma having dropped back to defend and doing well. Now tries to keep the ball on the line, threading it in between two players. Good play, good stuff from Gavin Kavuma. Takes the ball into the center. Tsani.
Bogere, I'll tell you, Jermaine should have scored from there. Should have scored, and I'm sure he must be feeling really gutted that he failed to capitalize on what was a really, really good opportunity.
Ball is played onto Media. This one goes all the way here. It's a decent touch. Attempting to keep the ball alive. This is Cromwell, Rofomio. This is Kavuma, sets the ball in. Bamboli ball. It's in the box area. Nobody picking it up. And again, repelled. Sports Club Villa. Questions will be asked about that defense again and again. Maybe all it takes is one goal, and NEC will have their belief.
Yeah, I see where you're going, by the way, Jermaine, and you know what can happen. Just a goal can turn the game on its head, and clearly Villa also have got to try and keep their concentration levels up, and they've got to also make sure that they are showing the right kind of attitude and application, because you cannot think that because you've got a 3-goal advantage and therefore you need to relax. Otherwise, your opponent gets a goal back and then they are definitely revived.
Well, the pack mentality playing out here for Sports Club Villa, but this time again coming at the expense of the full health of the man in Kenneth Semakula. The fans turning through to watch this one in numbers. And it's a healthy smile for a Friday afternoon for Sports Club Villa's faithfuls.
Yeah, of course, it's been a long time coming, I must say. You know, after failing to win on the final match there and then failing to win on the opening day of the season and then the second match there as well this season, I guess they felt that this one should be the kind of game where they should actually get the victory. They lost to a newly promoted side on match day 1. Not about to lose again to a newly promoted side on match day 3. So I guess they executed quite well. They've been ruthless, and somehow they've also, you know, taken their fortune in good stride, because there was that on goal by Achire that also helped Villa, but it also came as a result of the kind of effort that was put in by that man there, Jonah Kakande, just throwing the ball out of the field.
Looks like there might be another substitution that's in the offing here for NEC. Should probably be one of their final ones. And it looks like it will be Farouk Sekai to come in and take the place of Alan Mugalu.
Yeah, I think that they feel that they need fresh legs now. It's been quite a lot of work that's been put in by Alan Mugalu. It's only fair, I guess, now that he takes a breather, because clearly they seem to have drifted out of the game in the second half after the kind of an amount of energy that he put in the first half to try and get his team into serious command of the game.
Patrick Jonah Kakande bumped, clamped, nabbed, knocked at the knees and at the ankles, snapped at, and he still carried on and ultimately gets a free kick. It's always the danger when you have a very fast-paced small player. His ankles will always be open targets.
Well, the thing is that this is the second time I'm seeing him making that kind of run at the NEC defense. The first time he did it, it resulted in that own goal. But I think that also, on the other hand, he needs to be in the game more consistently, because since that run in the first half, I haven't seen Kakande do much in the game.
Well, an opportunity here, threaded in for Kocha! Goalkeeper went walkers about. But again, still not on target.
And Villa live to really survive another day. I can tell you that you've just been talking about their defending, and somehow Peter Onzima slips on the job there as Okocha just runs past him. And another very good edge opportunity for NEC.
Well, you might blame Onzima, but I think the fault lay with a certain Arnold Odong who just kept running on.
Yeah,
and you'll see him apologizing.
ended
up playing, that is Rashid Okocha onside.
Yeah,
I needs to be alert, needs to stay in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to take chances right now. It's still a lot of time, 20 minutes. NEC gets a goal here, and you never know what happens. The game can easily turn on its head. So Villa cannot afford to relax at this point in time.
Well, still holding onto the ball, spacing it out onto the wing. This is Rashid Okocha. Weaves in the cross, headed away by Odong. Shortcoming, but miscued here by Marvin Kavuma. That will simply roll out here for nothing more than a throw in.
Desperate attempt to shoot on goal, and in the end, the shot is wayward. I think he should have actually controlled that ball and picked his spot and taken a better shot than what he did there.
At this moment, questions will be asked about the mental fortitude of both sets of players. When the body gets weak or tired, the mind tends to follow. And that normally is the opening for some who know how to galvanize themselves. Picked up well, Kakande. What can he come up with? Twisting one way, then the other stays on his feet and tries to carry on the ball, gets back right onto it and still maintains possession. Solid as he gets the ball now to another workhorse in Onzima. Onzima coming forward. Onzima tries to cross. Went straight into the defense, and Onzima picking up the ball. Out here to go to Lutalo. Semgera playing it back here. This is Kenneth Semakula. Seeking support out onto the wing. Nice touch. And once again, Onzima in space. Can he perfect the cross this time? Well, goes for a little chip. Straight to the goalkeeper.
Another good opportunity, and I still feel that Villa is work in progress, clearly, because somehow their decision-making is a bit lacking in those critical situations. If they get to a point where they're playing against a team that is more formidable than NEC, then you see them continue to struggle. And this is why you're supposed to build your confidence, but also show the kind of improvement. And I still don't think that they're a team that their fans will look at and say that this is really a team that is showing that they can challenge for the title. And a team that challenges for the title, they've got to have the right decision making each time they get up front, and I don't think that's the case. And
Onzima will go again. Will it be third time lucky? Gets the cross in, touch away, shot blocked here by Kakande. Decent play, but Farouk Sakai does enough to close down Kakande. The cross, pinpoint, Pogere does enough to dummy. The shot, riveting, but the defending up to scratch.
Yeah, that was actually true, and I think that this time Onzima had what we've been talking about: take a precise pass or take a precise cross that gives trouble to the defenses, and that's where you think that he needs to improve consistently. But you've got to give credit to Senkai and what he did there in stopping Kakande. Otherwise, that seemed to be destined for the back of the net.
Corner played in quick, cleared away. Villa picking it up here. Kakande out on the wing looking for Ngonde. Elvis skips away from one challenge, passes the ball forward, and the ball is cleared away. And it's picked up here by Kenneth Semakula. NEC look to be making another challenge, that is, or change actually, to their squad here. Ngonde flipping the ball forward for Gavin Chizuto Mugweri, who now romps forward with relish. squeezes it back here. Beautiful control from Semugera. Chizito Mugweri probably forgot the parameters of the pitch and strayed outside. Substitution, Rashid Okocha has run his socks dry, so Gideon Odongo will be brought on to play the final 15 minutes of the game.
Well, I think following the kind of misses that Okocha has had there in the game, he's got two very good opportunities that you feel that had he been more clinical, then this next side would clearly have 2 goals to the good. So in a way, I think that Museni Mbalango feels that he probably is now tired, and the reason why he's making or he's missing those chances because in this
definitely going
freshness.
to be a foul.
Yeah.
Poor play from a man who just came on Angelo St. Peter. Just tagging at Kakande. Well, I think Kakande is one of those prospects of players that sometimes you find yourself with absolutely no tool in your Swiss knife to handle him except to go, well, outside the confines of the law. It's either his ankles or his shoulder that you'll have to tag.
Well, when he decides to turn it on Kakande, he can clearly be unplayable because he's got pace to burn and he's got those nimble feet. So you've got to be up for the challenge, but also up with the pace to try and contend with him.
Over through. Gavin squared in. Nice twist away. Semugera gets on to Gavin. Zito. Long ball hoisted forward for Bokere to run into. But very good defending from Ronaldo Genga Wingi. It's a throw-in for Sports Club Villa. Might as well say a victory might be in the offing, but it's been one that comes at a very expensive price. 2 players having had to pick up knocks in, Juma Ramadan, as well as a very exciting Rogers Chiwanuka.
And you think that it's going to stretch Villa as the season goes on with injuries that they keep getting.
Trying to lose possession, and here comes Umalutalo. Doesn't look like Villa interested in going forward, rather retaining possession and frustrate the NEC Football Club team. Throw in for NEC Football Club. 77 minutes of the game played. NEC 0, Villa 3.
Seems like it's a wrap here. 3 points in the bag.
Talking about wrapping it up, it looks like Wakiso Giants have left it pretty late as they now take the lead against UPDF. It's Wakiso Giants 1, UPDF 0.
That would be a huge result for Wakiso Giants considering the kind of average start that they've had.
Crossing, far post, picked up, chance to turn it in. Nobody forthcoming, turning one way, then the other, looking to cross, and no one is up to the task. Play from Farouk Sekai, defending in one instance on the other end, now coming forward with potency on the other. Well, they thought they had a corner from that touch from Mango Findru. Assistant referee deems that the ball had already gone past the line, so that's a goal kick.
So everything just doesn't seem to be working for NEC. I think that they've left themselves with such a mountain to climb, giving away 3 goals in the first half.
Ahead of NEC not being able to score here, I must say my biggest surprise is Villa not conceding up to this point.
Yeah, I must agree with you because somehow the Villa defense keeps giving away chances to the opposition.
Mugweri comes in for the ball, some hard tackling, and definitely this time the referee may want to have a word with Cromwell Rothomio. Sports Club Villa will be very aggrieved here, just given the sheer number of players that they have constantly had clamped at and feeling the wrath of the boots of their opponents here.
Yeah, I think that was really that kind of act of attrition coming in now from this man there, Cromwell Rothomio, because he just took out the opponent. You can see what he did. Well, clearly that looked like just wanted to take out his opponent, and it's just a frustration.
Well, the referee looks to have called him to the action. The referee having a word there with Cromwell Rothomio.
Should have been a card for me, I think. Of course, Dusan also having a word with his midfielder, Missy, and also the defender, Gavin Chizito.
looks like Kakande, the shake of the head or the shrug, seems to tell the entire story. He's really taken quite a bit of a beating in this game. Hussein Mbalango, that hit is magnified threefold by the shame he might feel that his team have put him to with their performance here tonight. Square pass. Lutalo delivers the ball in. Nobody's there to pick it up. And on the other end, attempting to get the ball away, and Onzima, some very good defending, snatches the ball from John Paul Achide. Can they retain possession and turn defense into attack?
Well, you can see they're trying to keep ball here, Villa, as they run down the clock, and that's a smart play from them.
Go pass forward. Onzima. Talo. It's actually Ngonde in the background. Sports Club Villa now enjoying some beautiful spells of touch play, and a poor control allows Onzima to rush on. Final product again found wanting. It was a beautifully threaded ball by Missy Diego Mugerwa. The touch poor from John Paul Asire allowed Onzima to sneak in at the back when he should have just teased it for Lutalo. Well, it might be pretty clear what has to be prescribed as training regimen right now for Onzima. Get those crosses.
Yeah, exactly. And somehow I think he seems to have a lot of energy, but then he needs to work on his precision as he delivers the crosses in.
Well, someone seems to be enjoying his evening tea here. None other than Mr. Lumansi.
Yeah, definitely. I wish he could share a cup here.
Doesn't look like he'll be sharing it with anyone.
And then some very big bread that he holds there.
Well, in the meantime, someone is also going to enjoy their evening tea if they are fans of Wakiso Giants. It's 2 to the good. Wakiso Giants 2, UPDF 0. Going for the volley. Dispossessed there by Kenneth Semakula. Now Odong. Is it a little late and nearly loses it? And, well, is that kept in play? Referee seems to think otherwise. It's a free kick here for Sports Club Villa.
Yeah, with about just 8 minutes left, you can see that the spirits of this next side have clearly dropped. They just are not playing like a team that still has the conviction or the belief that they could get back into this game. The body language suggests that they've really given up.
Goal kick here. The referee now gives a yellow card to Numan for time wasting. He seems to continue to complain. It's one of those that you probably take for the team. Though I'm not really certain why you would be picking up a yellow card at this point, especially when you're still in cruise control.
Yeah.
Mole Biekwaso Ochama having a discussion here with Dusen on what changes could be made just at the tail end of this game. Good footwork there from Ivan Bogere. He's had a decent spell today. Ball is brought into Uma Lutalo. Lutalo turning one way, then the other, now finding Gavin. Gavin back to Lutalo, Lutalo back to Gavin, Gavin back to Lutalo. And now back to Gavin. They find space now, slipping it into a pocket here for the diminutive pocket dynamite in Kakande. In the end, the ball had already crossed the line, so that's a goal kick.
Is it only me, but I just feel that Gavin Chizito has improved his touches and his passes since returning from Egypt.
Much more.
If you look back at how he played before he left, you can see that he's been working on his footwork, passing and movement, and it's impressive.
I also told you his body structure looks
Much
a lot
leaner.
So probably built for speed and the offensive. He's really made a major improvement in his spell.
Yeah, but you see, one of the most important things for a player like him is settling down into a position. What is he? Is he a fullback? Is he a centre back? And you know, sometimes that can clearly affect your development.
Well, isn't that consistently becoming the scourge of all Villa centre-backs? They can all of a sudden play in multiple places. I can name a few, including Marcelo,
yeah, exactly,
as well as Ivan Seruvidi. You're not sure what position they'll pop up in.
Yeah, I think that, but the whole point is that you need to have at least an area or a position that you clearly call your own, because I don't think that he's a left back, and of course, he'll probably have his future in as a centre back or a right back. Of course, he's not the biggest of players, so he probably will end up as a fullback on the right side as opposed to the left side.
They did try to pass the ball forward there, but Ogere not in position to receive that, so it's a throw in that's handed the initiative back to NEC Football Club. Now probably slowly coming to terms with the fact that they have taken a hiding in this one. It's going to be one that will leave them licking their wounds and probably getting back to the drawing board to wonder where it all went wrong.
Well, clearly, I don't think that Villa were per se the much better side than them. I just don't think that their attitude was right as NEC.
Ball floated in. Nobody bothering to attack that one. Just goes away for a goal kick.
Like you said, that they will definitely need to get back to the drawing board, because when they look at the kind of performances that they put up in their previous games and then the kind of performance they put up today in the manner they have lost, they've given away some of those goals that you would consider quite easy, and all came down to losing concentration and not defending well.
Let's see, as another tank is launched here by Peter Onzima. Peter Onzima going all the way. Peter Onzima goes across the line. It was a need to cross, Peter, not a race to the finish line.
Well, I think that he didn't judge the distance that he had to cover, and also make sure that he beats that line and get the ball in before he gets over it. Otherwise, that was a good run that he made, but without a delivery, then possibly one would consider a run to waste.
Let's see how things will be turning out here. Free kick. The Sports Club Villa fans now just anxious for that final whistle. So way to go through. Once again, Kakande passes the ball for Ogere. Good play with a back heel. And a through pass slipped in. Looks like Umalutalo wasn't alert to what was being played out here. And seamless sequence of play there, just coming to note.
Yeah, I think the final pass was lacking. He seemed to assume that his teammate would run diagonally, yet he kept his position in the middle of that penalty area, and he should have made sure that he placed the ball in his direction as opposed to assuming that he would make the diagonal run.
It's going to be a painful loss here for NEC as the offside comes up here. But it will be a painful loss because they will have to dwell on it for well over 16 days. There will be 16 days of a break, that is the international window, between now, March day 3, and March day 4. When NEC returns, they will host UPDF as a throng of substitutions here thrown into the fray. Hakim Chuanuka, Abbas Cheyune, and Ivan Serubidi will be brought into the game. Onzima, one of those to exit. Much to the applause of the fans for a job well done here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He's done a good job on Zima defensively and also trying to take the team forward. Although you still feel that he needs to improve on his final delivery.
Ivan Serubidi will come in for Ivan Bokere. And referee pointing out the fact that he needs him to exit the game a little faster before he gets himself booked. And we'll be getting confirmation on the final substitution there. Hakim Chuanuka also coming into the game. Sports Club Villa have a daunting task up ahead for them on March day 4. It's a visit to the fortress known as St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende.
Well, I guess this is the kind of victory they needed to boost their confidence going down to Chitende. It's not a place that has been a good one for them over the last 3 seasons. They've really been walloped each time that they have gone there. And you only hope that maybe this time, following this 3-0 win of NEC, as it stands anyway, then maybe that could be the lift that they need as they travel down to face Vipers, because Vipers can really crank up a game, especially when they have one of their perennial nemesis as Villa coming to town.
Ball is carried on through. Vipers themselves have a date with Mbarara City before that international break.
That'll be next Tuesday.
Should be on Tuesday, same day as KCC will be taking on Maroons Football Club. That's another mouth-watering clash as a shot is brought in, but the ball is brought to a close. And Norman will be picking this one up. 89th minute of the game. Sports Club Villa 3. NEC Football Club 0. The other end, UPDF 0. Wakiso Giants 2.
UPDF now, that will mean that only 1 point from their 3 games. That's not a good return.
Ali Chimera and Mulamba managing to get the goals there for them. Chitara and NEC will be looking pretty ugly here as it stands. UPDF have only 1 point to show. That's going to be a difficult spot to be, but spare thought for Gaddafi, who have played 3 and won none.
Yeah.
Bottom of the table.
Now, of course, at this stage in the season, it's a bit scary, and I'm sure that Gaddafi, there must be a bit of a concern, because if you're losing all your home games, even against the newly promoted sides, then the questions will be, who then can you beat? And I will tell you that this league is very tough. You start losing points unnecessarily. We saw what Onduparaka faced last season, dropping points, and then in the end, they just couldn't rescue themselves.
There'll be no less than 5 minutes added here as a free kick is awarded to NEC. Sports Club Villa beginning to get a little tentative in here with their performance. Now twisting one way, then the other, trying to create an opportunity in here, carving out some space, slipped in. Arnold Odong led to the possibility and allows his goalkeeper Norman Angofindro to come cover that.
Opportunity to eat up a few seconds, but not that it really matters so much. With the 3-goal cushion, then I don't think that there is only need for Villa to be under any sort of pressure.
Well, 3 points in today's game with 3 goals, but the next 3 fixtures for them will definitely have them working their boots if they are to record victories. We talked about that visit to Vipers, the first game on March day 4. March day 5, they host Bull FC right here. And then it will be the clash of Mutesa 2 Stadium as they face arch rivals Express Football Club.
And of course, you know that always that game brings everything out of the two teams, Villa and Express, the rivalry that they've had over the years, although it has seemed to be a sleeping kind of rivalry over the last few years since they were not challenging for the championship as used to be the case. But I'll tell you that Villa will have its work cut out against Vipers and Bull. These are definitely going to be very difficult opponents for them. And when it comes to their title ambitions, as is likely to be the case, then that's where they're going to be tested, really.
Free kick coming up. NEC Football Club, they have a chance maybe to just pick a consolation goal at this point. Have a chance to pop one in, probably. Big tasks here up for them. Concentration is required, but in the end, it's not needed, as that was not the best of deliveries here from NEC Football Club. Thrown in to control, trying to set the ball. Speak up, now battling in to pick possession. Referee does not hold play. Nice twist here and looking to make the cross, but maybe overcooking the idea. Just trying to cook the idea a little too much, and in the end, well, it's a loss for note, and Uma Lutalo is on the ground, seems to be in pain, same as a certain Gavin Chizito.
Yeah, exactly. I guess there was a bit of a clash of legs there, and that's why he ended up getting injured. The referee telling the doctors that they should not treat the player on the field, and I think he's right there. Put him on a stretcher and let the game flow.
Especially at the dying minutes of the game, you wouldn't want to get into start-stop right now. Seems quite unrealistic.
I think Villa wanted to treat him on the field so that they can eat up a few minutes.
Well, NEC themselves do have a couple of games. Like we did say, they'll be hosting UPDF on March day 4. March day 5, they find themselves coming up against their home stadium rivals, KCC Football Club. And then, of course, on March day 6 will be a chance to flex their muscle against Gaddafi Football Club. Anyway, as we come down to the final minute of the game, Kakande trying to retain possession, now getting support from Ivan Serubidi of Langdon. Gavin trying to pass the ball, looks to be a bit ginger with his movements because he's already in pain. I think it was a mistake to bring him back in, and now the yellow card will definitely be brandished. The referee has no option, believes Sulaiman Sesazi has been ruthless. That's the second challenge that he has consistently aimed for Gavin. So
yeah, you can see
nothing in the referee's book there. Referee making it clear, you left me absolutely no choice.
Yeah, you could see he opened his boot there.
Played with an elbow.
Yeah, he opened his boot there, and there's no way you're going to get off scot-free with that kind of challenge.
Seems to insist that he was well within his means to actually go for that particular ball. But for Gavin, well, I think he'll beg to differ, as he seems to be in quite a world of pain. Sports Club Villa will look on anxiously. It would be an anticlimax to finish this game. And now the referee urging the medical team to get on with the stretcher and roll the man off the pitch so that the game can continue. The 5 minutes added, 5 have elapsed. We're into the referee's discretion right now. Sports Club Villa will be hoping that this is not an injury case to worry about. And nonetheless, it won't dampen spirits, as 3 goals is a perfectly good tonic at the end of any game.
Absolutely. I'm sure that this is the kind of result that is going to change a lot of things at Villa now, going into the forthcoming games.
Throw-in coming up. Throw in for Sports Club Villa. And the referee brings this one to a swift close. The danger has been averted. Disaster impending will impend no more. And the plagues that ravaged the land of the Jogos will now be put to rest. 3 goals to the good, and they have something to talk about with their first victory of the season. Umalutalo opening up the scoreline after some precise work from Rogers Chiwanuka, who unfortunately ended up injured in that game. And then, of course, there was that brilliant goal that came in from that man there, Arnold Odong, to get into the game. And the misfortune that befell the man in that defense, known as Paul John Aside, as he rolled the ball into the back of his net to give Sports Club Villa a resounding victory and Dusan a chance to breathe. Full time at the Mutesa 2 Stadium in Wankulukuku. It is Sports Club Villa 3, NEC Football Club 0.